Are you ready to delve into the dangerous and gripping world of the Kinahan Cartel? This notorious criminal organization has been making headlines for years with their global drug trafficking and money laundering empire. But now, their downfall seems inevitable, with founder Christy Kinahan Sr. being one of the most wanted drug lords in the world. Join us in this video as we explore the shocking rise and fall of the Kinahan Cartel, including their opulent lifestyles and brutal violence. So get ready for a wild ride, but this story is not for the faint of heart. Here we begin. The Kinahan Cartel, a criminal organization based in Dublin, has gained notoriety for its involvement in drug trafficking and money laundering. However, the founder of the cartel, Christy Kinahan, is not your average criminal. With a sharp mind and a background in business, he established the cartel in the 1990s and has since become a force to be reckoned with. Kinahan, who was previously serving time for heroin smuggling in the 1980s, studied 2 degrees while in prison and refused early release to complete another degree. The Kinahan Cartel's pursuit of power and wealth has resulted in a reign of terror marked by extortion, bombings, and shootings. In addition to his business acumen and intelligence, Kinahan has also learned to speak Russian and Spanish while serving prison sentences in Ireland, the Netherlands, and Belgium. He made a name for himself in Spain by establishing a base of operations and building a global network of drug traffickers and money launderers. Despite their criminal success, the Kinahan Cartel has faced numerous setbacks in recent years, and Kinahan himself is now one of the most sought-after drug lords in the world. The Canadian Cartel gained notoriety as a major criminal organization that smuggled large amounts of drugs into Europe and beyond. Under the leadership of Christy, the Kinahan Cartel rose to become one of the most powerful and feared criminal organizations in the world. In the early 2010s, the Canadian Cartel's wealth was estimated to be in the billions, with vast assets that included luxurious mansions, yachts, and expensive cars. Their empire spanned multiple countries, such as Ireland, Spain, and Dubai. However, despite their apparent success, the Canadian Cartel's reign of terror would soon come to an end. The leadership of the organization was passed down to Christy's sons, Daniel and Christopher, who took the organization to new heights of power and influence. While Daniel lived a luxurious life as a boxing promoter in Dubai, overseeing the organization's day-to-day operations, Christy Sr. oversaw the Canadian Cartel's real estate holdings at the height of its power. At the same time, Daniel played a pivotal role in the organization's rise to become one of the top-ranking organized crime groups worldwide. Despite his extravagant lifestyle, Daniel was the true mastermind behind the Kinahan Cartel, which had an extensive network of key players spanning from Morocco to Italy, Bosnia to Chile, and of course, Ireland. The Canadian Cartel was a part of the notorious super cartel that posed a significant threat to governmental institutions and law enforcement agencies. Although Daniel has been arrested multiple times, he has yet to be convicted of any crime. So the question remains, how long can he continue to evade the grasp of prosecutors? Around 2017, the super cartel smuggled around $23 billion worth of cocaine into Europe. However, by then the Kinahan Cartel's luck had already started running out. Since 2015, the group has been involved in a violent gang war with the Hutch gang, resulting in 18 deaths in Ireland and Spain. In an attempt to evade authorities, Christy and his sons are believed to have fled to Dubai. Law enforcement agencies pursued the Canadian Cartel for years, but with limited access. However, in March 2022, Thomas Bomber Kavanagh, who oversaw the Kinahan Empire's operations in the UK, was sentenced to 21 years in prison for drug trafficking, money laundering, and cannabis cultivation. This was a significant victory for law enforcement, as it marked a step towards dismantling the Kinahan Cartel and its super cartel network. The Kinahan Cartel suffered a significant blow, which was worsened by the Criminal Assets Bureau of Ireland's increased efforts to seize businesses and real estate linked to the gang. This included a Dublin home worth £3.8 million. In April 2022, the fight against the Kinahan Cartel took a turn as the Office of Foreign Assets Control of the U.S. Department of Treasury, along with the UK National Crime Agency and Irish police, imposed sanctions on 7 key members of the group, including Daniel Christy and Christopher Kinahan, who were residing in Dubai at the time. According to authorities, the Kinahan family headed a $1 billion international drug and weapons trafficking organization comparable to Italy's Camorra, Mexico's Los Zetas, or Japan's Yakuza. To bring down the Kinahan cartel, the U.S. government even offered a $5 million bounty on each family member and their 4 lieutenants, namely Sean McGovern, Bernard Clancy, Ian Dixon, and John Morrissey, with the latter being arrested in Spain in September 2022. In addition, Sean McGovern, the most trusted lieutenant of the Kinahan gang, had a European arrest warrant issued against him, and authorities froze their assets and enterprises. Dubai also imposed similar sanctions, effectively banning the Kinahans from flying on American Airlines and conducting any legitimate business. The arrest warrant was a personal blow to Daniel Kinahan, as McGovern was his mentor and had been with him from the beginning. The Kinahan empire began to crumble when their boxing enterprises expanded beyond Europe and entered the United States, which turned out to be a significant mistake as they drew the attention of the U.S. government. The Canadian cartel's connections to professional fighters, including heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, and their influence through MTK Global, one of the most powerful companies in the sport founded by Daniel Kinahan in 2012, raised concerns that the group was gaining too much legitimacy in the U.S. As a result, hundreds of people, many of whom were involved in professional boxing, found themselves on the U.S. no-fly list. As a result, in April 2022, MTK Global was shut down, even though it had not been formally sanctioned. Considering that Mexican cartel boss Joaquin El Chapo Guzman received a life sentence plus 30 years in the U.S. in 2019 for similar charges, it is not difficult to imagine that the Kinahans fear prosecution in the U.S. In May 2022, the European Monitoring Center for Drugs and Drug Addiction published a report stating that the Kinahan cartel could be linked to at least 20 murders in Ireland, the Netherlands, Spain, and Belgium, facilitated by special crime cells that serve to eliminate rivals. In September 2022, the police dealt a devastating blow to the Kinahan cartel with the arrest of Johnny Morrissey, a major Kinahan enforcer and money launderer. 2 months later, in November 2022, multiple coordinated raids across Europe and the United Arab Emirates arrested 49 drug associates, including Bosnian Eden Gushing. This was another significant blow to the Kinahan cartel, since Gushing, who was a guest at Daniel Kinahan's wedding, was a key Kinahan ally. Additionally, the arrest of Ryan James Hale, who served as the key intermediary for the Kinahan cartel in Spain, dealt a significant blow to the organization. Furthermore, the arrests of Taggy and Rico Vega, who were also involved in the super cartel with the Kinahans, further weakened the group. Furthermore, Rafael Imperial, a close associate of the Kinahans who spent 2022 in custody, broke the code of silence and turned informant in December. He agreed to reveal everything he knows about his more than 20 years in the Neapolitan Camorra to the anti-mafia magistrates, which could spell trouble for the Kinahan family. Currently, the Kinahan cartel is a mere shadow of its former self. While it still engages in criminal activities, it no longer holds the dominant position it once did. Following the April crackdown, it is believed that all 3 Kinahans fled Dubai and are now searching for a safe haven. The massive international attention on the Kinahan clan makes it impossible for them to operate, and other groups will likely step in to fill the void left by their downfall. What do you think of the Kinahan cartel going down? Comment below and make sure to subscribe for more such videos.